Hey you guys, you might not be able to hear me. If you can't, I so apologize. I'm currently in Seattle, Washington, and we're in this like really nice bakery. I'm gonna put it in the bottom. I'm gonna try to remember because you guys are asking me like where I'm eating it, and I don't always remember. But got some sweets. It's so good. Then we're gonna go back to the actual, like, I guess like a convention center situation. I'll record that. You guys will get to meet some of my internet cousins. This is actually the first time that I'm getting to meet them. Savvy, Alvin, we've DM'd, we've sent pictures, we've kikied, we've laughed, we've talked about pricing with brands and things like that, but I've never met them, so I'm excited about you guys seeing them also. Yesterday was the first meet and greet, which was really good, but I'm gonna eat, and of course I'm gonna share the food with you guys. But yeah, I'm wearing a Zara dress, so you guys will see what I'm wearing later, and then I'll insert some clips from like content that I recorded for Instagram also. Okay, bye. Can you sit?
This is like a trap.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel like I just have to unbutton it.
What?
Like, so I could tighten it.
Yeah.
So this is like not. Let's try this out. Non, mais bagage, j'ai chauffé ça. That must be the hot chocolate.
So, Cole, how are those pastries tasting?
Good.
Good.
Me too.
This is like a Haitian hot chocolate. It wasn't mocha. I wanted to know.
I'm gonna buy that.
That is hot chocolate. AC.
So, I've worked at
Put it down.
Yours tastes like hot chocolate more than mine tastes like hot chocolate.
It's a Belgian hot chocolate, not American.
It's your
yeah.
You recording? It's a much come back from where. That's all.
Alright you guys, so we just had I guess like breakfast, brunch or whatever. Now we're gonna go to the second location where you guys get to meet everyone. I think you're gonna love it because it's just like such great amazing vibes.
This right?
Nope, the back. Yep, where's this off?
Ooh, info. Info?
Yeah, let's do our little handshake thing though. Okay. All right, you guys. So currently sitting in the building with the Meridian Experience, hosted by Albie. Funny story is Albie won a giveaway on my channel 4 years ago, maybe 4.5 years ago, around Christmas when I had a giveaway. And during that giveaway, we ended up talking. She was the one that designed my intro and outro for my YouTube. She gave me so many tips. But I remember her speaking about wanting to do something like this. So it's like a full circle moment. But I want you guys to start meeting some of the people that I am absolutely in love with. First person is going to be Alvin.
Let me just pop in right here.
You guys. So listen, if you love color, and because you guys say telling me to put color in my house, you can follow
Just come over here.
Alvin. He has beautiful colors. His Instagram is amazing. I'm gonna put some images right here so you guys can check him
Right
out.
here.
Full of personality, bubbly, and I think we're gonna start doing some sort of dating podcast, relationship.
Listen, y'all don't even know the conversations that we had. It's far beyond design. It's like, this one is about to just fix my dating life over here. Like, y'all don't even know. So, get ready. But
How are you enjoying the event? Well, yesterday was the first day, and the food was pretty good.
yeah, the food was good. I did have to order some more food when I got back to the room because I was a little hungry. But, because I didn't eat all day. But so far, so good. Like, it's just good to be around other creatives, other people who want to, like, really take their business serious and take it to the next step and really learn. Like, you can just feel the energy in the space and
It was
in
really
the
good
room.
and
Like,
positive.
it's really good energy. And so far today is like really, really good. So I'm excited. I can't wait to take your class and hear everything that you gotta say. Because y'all know she gonna be dropping gems. She drop it every time on here. Every time she come on, she dropping gems. So I can't wait. I'm just glad that I can now call you friend.
Yeah. So if you had to give them a gem, what would it be?
Oh, my number one gem is, if you love it, do it. It doesn't matter what people gotta say or what other people think. If you absolutely love something, put it in your house. If there's something that you absolutely want to do, just do it. You don't need to ask other people's opinions. You know, in your heart of heart, your gut, do what makes you feel good.
I like that. That's what I've been trying to practice, honestly. Is just doing that, because I know with me evolving and changing, like I'm losing followers, but then I'm almost doubling up who's following me also. So I'm key to that also.
Because we're people, we're humans, we evolve and we change over time. Nobody, if you stay the same all the time, like, are you growing? No. So it's okay to lose some people, but then the people who are supposed to be there, they'll be there with you, and everybody's not meant to be on your journey with you all the time.
We're gonna do a sage
Mm-hmm.
and a cleanse.
Cleanse it all up.
Nom 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 yang oh. Nom, nom,
Yes, Tina. No Ikes allowed. No Ikes.
Oh my gosh, well this is just a glimpse of what the Mediterranean experience has been. But I'm gonna call some other people so you guys can meet them. But thank you, Alvin. It was such an amazing opportunity to meet you.
Yes.
And now we don't have to be all up in the DM. You call me.
Exactly. We ain't gonna be in the DMs. We just gonna be a text, like, girl, what you doing over there?
Because it goes down in the DM. It goes down. Thank you.
You're welcome, boo.
So, you guys, the woman of the hour is here. Albie, come have a seat. Oh my God.
I'm on the YouTube channel.
You're on the YouTube channel. So, for those of you guys that don't know, some of you guys may know, I'm Haitian, Maïsienne Kapale Creole. I think I've done maybe 2 to 3 different videos on YouTube where I'm actually speaking my language. But Albie is also Haitian too. So, which is absolutely amazing to see another Black Haitian woman winning. Let me see, 2 years ago, when Black Lives Matter movement started, Albie started her own movement. And when I say that thing was thunder and lightning, it was thunder. I feel emotional even talking about it, because on Instagram, I would say it is difficult. Not always, but at times it's difficult for Black creators to move up. Especially, yes, especially when you're truly a creative. And when I say truly, you have found your path, you're unique, and you're doing something, and people just cannot seem to find you. But the other people can find you, and they use you, and they steal your content. Not to be petty.
They find you, but not to share you.
Not to share you. It's to take your content, and then they end up blowing up with it. With that, she had a lot of, and I'm going to just speak bluntly because you guys know how I am. she had white influencers allow black influencers in the design field to take over some of their pages. And we're talking about people that were in the millions, okay? Millions, 500, 600,000 that was highlighting pages that was at 5,000, that was at 10,000, that was at 2,000. I seen somebody go from 10,000 to 50,000 in 2 days, which shows you, okay, which shows you that, first of all, there's power in support, okay? There's power in community, and unfortunately, I'm going to say it shortly after, people did slow down.
Yes.
It happens, but for the time, it's still a powerhouse. That's why we're here today. And so I definitely wanted to give you your flowers because it's something that we've talked about, and to see it happen now, I could not come. I don't care. You guys know I'm moving out of some house. I got a lot going on.
And I got her to the West Coast.
Yes.
For a weekend.
Yeah, so she got me out here. So I wanted you guys to see it because you went from what to what?
When I did it, I was actually under 2,000. I was like maybe 1,700.
Okay.
By the time it was done, I was at 12,000.
Okay, so she went from 2,000 to 12,000. And the reason why I'm putting those numbers out, you don't need a whole lot to make a movement and to start a movement. You don't. But I believe even with your 2,000, you have some great hitters in that 2,000 number. So don't focus so much on the number. Focus on the quality of who's following you. Even
What are
if
you
you
saying?
don't get the likes, even if you don't get it, what are you saying? What are you putting out? What do you want people to know you for? You know, so I wanted to do that. You guys, I'm going to leave Albie's Instagram down below. You need to follow her because not only did she do this movement,
And now I'm at 20.
but she is a great interior designer herself. She does e-designs. Her page is beautiful. Home is beautiful. Congratulations, beautiful family. And I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere else but here to support you.
And I remember when I found your page, and to even see that growth in the 4 years, to be doing the campaigns that you're doing.
Thank you.
Like, all of it has a ripple effect.
you.
All of it matters. So even the people who weren't participating, it still touched their content.
Right.
It was like, oh, I do need to look for more creatives. I do need to shake things up and find other people doing other things. And so to like see the fruit of this, and then to be able to do this with you guys, with you coming here.
But I think you with this here, you notice how much people actually support you because we all came out. And no one said,
I'm not gonna cry.
Don't cry. No one said, everybody was like, yes, when? Tell me the time, tell me the date, I'm gonna fix. Because I think we all understood because, and it's sad because I don't want to say black, but we kind of have to put that before because you got black people into magazines. AD was featuring upcoming black, and they used to do that only for Black History Month.
I just found out someone here, I won't say it yet, someone here just found out they are in an upcoming issue.
Okay.
While they were sitting here.
I think I know who. I won't mention who, but I think I have an idea who.
Someone here is on a cover right now.
Yes. Shavonda. That's Shavonda.
That's her living room.
Yeah. And that was something they used to do, Black History Month.
Yes. And not the cover.
Not the cover. Okay, it was like Black History Month or what. Like, we see these things that are happening, and sometimes, and I'm not making an excuse for it, sometimes when you see us with an attitude, no one wants to go to work and not grow.
Yes.
No one wants to go to work and not get a promotion. And when you're doing work and you're submitting work, you want that promotion. Like, hey, we see you. But what they'll do is they'll take our work and put us on page 17.
Half in the back.
A little, okay. And then you see somebody that isn't as creative, space isn't as well designed. So cover, congratulations, Shavonda. I don't know if you guys are going to see her. There was a lot more black contestants last year on HDTV design. A lot more blacks. He got a frontal line coming out.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to tell you when I think there's a little bit of a fear showing us because then it's just like
but then we show that people will
buy
want
into
it. Like,
people will want
have
it.
that power. Just
Because
give us the space.
part of the movement was a lot of the white people were like, well, why weren't they sharing you before? That's what you gotta ask them, not us. So there's bias within this space, you know, and I'm sure you guys know that there's bias in the world, but we continue again to excel, and we just don't want to having to continue to excel. Like, we want to be supported. We want to how about
thrive.
We want them to get out our DMs and start coming on the page. Exactly. Well, Albie,
thank you.
I pray that God continues to bless you, and you do this every single year, and it continues to grow nationwide. Maybe we'll go to Paris, Meridian Paris.
From your lips,
Meridian Paris, honey, for design.
Claiming.
Okay, because I know that.
Give me Paris.
Okay, so we're moving this thing up, because you move this with little support. So I'm sure once you get what you wanted,
yes,
we're gonna be
the bag.
The bag. We got the bag.
And even though it's little support, this
great outcome
y'all here, like.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, once the heavy hitters actually come on, because you know the first time we do this, they want to see how we do by ourselves first. Then they gonna support. Then we gonna ask for the big check. We gonna ask for the big check. Then we was giving y'all a little bit. Give us a little change. Give us a little change. My money don't jiggle. It falls, baby. Well, Alvin, thank you so much. You guys, please go follow and support. You're gonna need her. You're gonna need her. All right.
Thank you, baby.
No problem, girlie.
Go.
Okay.
Hi, you guys.
So let me just go ahead and tell you guys now. You guys know him as Athomewithsavvy, but on Instagram, he's known as the internet husband, because he's got several wives that you don't even know about, okay? So I'm going to introduce my friend Athomewithsavvy, Demetrius. Come on.
What's going on? Yo, what is going on? Look at us. Yes. Look at us on your channel.
You guys, as I said before, he is the internet husband. If you guys don't know who Savvy is, you need to go ahead and follow him. I'm going to leave his name here. That way you guys can go follow him. So, Savvy does food. Savvy does wine. Savvy does interior design.
She is nothing but gas, y'all.
And Savvy does fashion.
All the
so
things.
He's going to tell you, here's a $200 pot with a $200 shirt with a $200 experience. And just in case you can't afford the $200 meal, here's the food.
That is
so
so
yeah,
funny.
you guys gotta go check him out. We're here. We're gonna be doing a class together on like how to record reels, how I use my camera for YouTube and using your phone, and him using his camera and things of that nature. So how are you feeling so far?
Actually, I'm super excited because here we are together. It's like a full circle moment because I was actually on your YouTube channel one night. Well, actually, I don't even know how I came across your channel. And I was like, oh, there's a black girl over here in a YouTube space and a home space, because as you already know, it's such a white space on YouTube for home creators. And so I saw Nadia and I was like, okay, I guess I can dabble in YouTube. And so I ended up reaching out to Nadia. We ended up, basically at that point, we were stuck together. And so, yeah, so we've been vibing ever since. And so here we are. I create reels primarily, dabble in a little bit of YouTube. Nadia do both. And so here we are at this workshop, pretty much going to teach everybody here pretty much all about what we do, which is great because video content is definitely tough for a lot of people. And so we're here to help everybody.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, I'm super excited.
So Savvy has started a YouTube channel, which I'm going to leave that also so you guys can check him out. Are you as consistent with the YouTube
No,
as you
so
are?
I'm not consistent.
Okay. I want to let them know so that way,
So we set the expectation. So I'll dabble in a little bit of YouTube, but to be quite honest with y'all, I feel like reels, I would say, I feel like we need longer form. So I'm definitely looking to dabble more into more into YouTube videos, because there's only so much that you can crank into like such a short reel. Especially, and I'm sure you know, you shoot so much for a reel, but you only can put so much in there. Whereas a YouTube video, you can go much more in depth about whatever subject or even whatever you're talking about. And so, yeah, and also, too, a lot of people, even here today, they were like, wait, we don't get this vibe from you online. You like a different person almost. We see the person. And honestly, I just like stand behind my content. Like, yes, we do all this beautiful stuff over here. Just take that. And so vibing with all these people here, they like, no, we want more of this, more of you on your Instagram. So yeah, looking to do that on Instagram and YouTube. So that'll be fun.
Well, Instagram just went to 90 seconds.
But I also feel like I ain't about to sit here and watch no 90-second reel. I'm like, all right, cool. At that point, I'm hopping over to YouTube.
Right.
I can go watch a YouTube short for that long, but I feel like a reel. Well, I feel like reels are like quick on the fly, straight to the point.
Well, I think if you're doing a DIY, the 90's good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
if
true.
you're actually like creating something, it's good. Yeah, but he is on YouTube. We're gonna try to get him to do more stuff on there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because he's got a couple of DIYs and stuff. You guys will love his home also because I would consider to still be neutrals with elements of color.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so his home is neutral, but I think you guys will find color again with the high and low furniture and stuff like that. I'm just excited to be able to actually meet him because we always talk via DM or on the phone and stuff. But this is our first time actually meeting in person, and this is what the event has essentially created. It's a space for us to meet. Okay, I feel like you can be more yourself here because you still know everyone in the space.
Exactly.
But do you feel like it would change if you didn't know anybody? Like you'd be a little bit more.
Like when I meet strangers, I'm this person.
Okay.
And that's what's always such a surprise to people
because I'm quiet.
They just like, and for example, they always like, well, you so serious in content, but if you are the creator, not only are you the talent, you the director, you the videographer, you basically the production team in and of itself. And so you can't really be wrapped up in your mind sitting here smiling, because honestly for me sitting here cheesing every shot is fake. You can read right through that. You're like, what's just do the work. And so there are always people that are just like, smile. But also
you look
for
like
me,
you're having a bad day. And it's like, I'm hoping this camera is on because I'm busting my tail. Lord, let every piece of this footage be good. Because I've had moments where my footage was just trash. I'm like...
Same. And that's honestly why I've been struggling with YouTube, because I've like shot so many YouTube videos, so many vlogs, and then I would sit down and edit it and I'm like, no, I can't put that out. And it's also because I feel like I'm a bit of a perfectionist because I've already found my foot on Instagram with reels and that sort of video content, but YouTube is totally different. It's a different vibe there on YouTube. And so I would say just definitely kind of just finding my voice on YouTube, but also a style of video on YouTube.
But test it out.
Right. But it also goes back to you being a perfectionist in one area and expecting to be perfect in other areas, which is why you got to be open to being a beginner again.
Yeah, because I feel like YouTube offers a lot more forgiveness and flexibility than Instagram.
Yes, it's much more raw.
Yeah.
And so when I get to a YouTube creator and it's like overly produced, like it's a TV show, I don't want to watch it. Because I feel like I vibe and connect with the people in the video aside from the big production. But I have to remind myself that because with reels, you ain't just going to get no little camera sitting up. I'm bringing the lights, I'm bringing this, I'm bringing all the things.
Yeah. That's why I said I think you'll just try it, even if you don't like it. Because I watch my older videos, and then I'll tweak it on my next one.
Yeah,
and that's how you just keep getting better and better. And like, even with YouTube doing like the vlogs and stuff and all of that. So I would edit it and allow people who are following you to kind of figure out, and as you grow and stuff. Because that's how I came into my own, like, I want to actually enjoy this and have fun and it not seem like work. And eventually me doing my own thing, I was able to obtain the followers and still do what I want to do that makes me happy, so then it doesn't seem like work.
Same. Same. But do you feel as though when you entered this space, your hobby you gave away your hobby for work, and now it's like it's hard to differentiate from that, or also create hobbies outside of that? Do you struggle with that?
Because okay, so this is how I look at it. It no longer becomes fun or a hobby when I tell a company what I'm gonna do and they say no. Then I gotta say no.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
But like when I was reached out to Bed Bath & Beyond to make my bed, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
I make it anyway.
Yeah, I make it anyway. And listen, I was in my zone pleating my little thing, steaming it. You know, when I work with Container Store, they're like, order what you want and you can do whatever you want. So, like, I try to work with companies that are going to let me do what I want to do. Then it still continues to be, like, a hobby, a fun, and then a work experience.
And also still true, authentic Nadia content.
Right. But anytime they start change this, tweak this, like I had a company say, can I remove the art from my fireplace? No. Then they were like, copyright infringement. I said, I purchased it. I own it. I said, I'm not going to change anything in my house for your one little thing. You sent me one little thing, and you literally, I know we can't do that. Unless they're paying the licensing, it's not your content. So I'm not understanding this whole copyright thing, but...
And that's why you can't be out here, you know, when brands comment on your page and say, oh my gosh, we love this piece.
Can we use
this? And it's a hashtag, yes, whatever brand.
Click the yes.
So click that link, and I want you to go and review all of the terms.
They own it forever.
Basically, you are giving that brand that work for free. And so, actually, while we're here, if a brand ever reaches out to you and asks, hey, we love this, can we feature this on our accounts? The answer is no. We also charge for licensing. Here's the contact information. We would love to continue the conversation there. And at that point, either the brand value the work that you created or they don't. But either way, you ain't working for free.
That was my mistake in the beginning. They were like, oh.
I definitely messed up in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm on Pottery Barn.
You learn by getting it wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm on Pottery Barn. I'm on Amazon. I was on a Macy's thing. And I'm just like, I don't remember getting paid for nothing.
Listen, I created this really, really good video. And then actually... I overlooked the whitelisting clause. And so I looked up and I circled back and was like, hey, I see that this ad is being ran. That's an additional fee. And they were like, no, baby.
You whitelisted
You signed that on the dotted line.
That's
so
what it's
ours.
so good to read the contract,
Thoroughly.
to have a lawyer if you can look over, to actually see what you're licensing and what you're giving these people access to.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just get excited, like a big company is reaching out. It's always great. Like I just said earlier, we're in a space and we still want to get promotions. And working with a brand that you love is a promotion. Sometimes you get so excited that you miss these things, and then now it's like a poacher situation where you feel violated and the brand got everything out of you. So I have been working a lot more diligently not to make those mistakes in the future. That's pretty much it, you guys. I'm gonna enjoy the event. I may do Zumba at 5, so you guys may or may not see me. I don't promise. I can't, because your girl is sleepy. I know y'all see me like over here. I had a big breakfast this morning.
Look, if I'm going to Zumba with my 2 left feet, Nadia going to. I can't dance or do nothing to save my life. So if I'm going, she's
I guess I'm going to Zumba.
Well, yeah, we'll see y'all at Zumba.
Let me see what time it is. Let's see. It's 12. Oh my.
It feels so late, right?
Babe, I'm telling you, time is moving slow. You hear me? It's 12.
Oh, wow.
Time is moving slow here.
It's
All right.
definitely, it feel like 3 or 4, but actually back on our time zone, it definitely is like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but right now it's like, I told him, I said, we ain't never got ready within an hour. And we got ready. We started at 9 something, we was done at 10. I said, time is moving slow here.
That's true.
Or we moving fast.
I was just going to say, now you setting the tone moving forward. Now you like, all right, cool. I did it an hour before. I got this. I ain't got to take 3 hours.
I don't know.
Look, date night might be different. But
yeah, I don't know. Because I'm just like, what? We got ready within an hour? That's crazy. All right, y'all. Y'all have an absolutely amazing day. Like I said, you may see us on Zumba. You may not. But I don't know. Babe, we doing Zumba.
Yep, y'all coming.